Hello everybody, my name is RagingRaptor and I welcome you to a new World of Tanks video. And today we have it the first round, first impression. With the EBR 90, the tier 9 wheeled vehicle of the French Tech 3. And yeah, here we have it. It's my first game in this tank. I have a 90% crew except for the commander, which is at 100%. I made this tank full elite, or this wheeled vehicle full elite with everything you need. Gun, engine, well, let's be fair, the radio I already had. And, well, the wheels. We are playing with improved optics, with vents and with a tank gun rammer, and have some juicy coffee in our tank. We're playing on Mannerheim line in a tier 9 only game. And look at that, we were able to get into a decent spotting spot without getting spotted ourselves. The camo on this tank is huge. It is ridiculous. And there's nothing else to say. For the people which are asking themselves, well, how is it holding up to compare to the AMX or the AML Lynx 6x6? I can already say you it's a huge upgrade. And it's not only the fact that you can drive 58 kilometers per hour. No, it's not that you can drive 58 kilometers per hour backwards. Well, it might be a little one. It also plays a lot into account that you have better view range. And look at how freaking tiny this tank is. The AML Lynx basically is just a box on wheels. Literally a box on wheels. Where the Excalibur is a box on tracks. Yes, the Lynx is a box on wheels with no armor whatsoever. This tank doesn't really have armor either, but it's, well, it's much smaller. And I've noticed so many more bounces with this tank, or rather just some casual wheel hits. You can see the gun is still not accurate at all, which I still do not like, as those tanks have also terrible penetration. But it's not that big of a deal in the end, and I want to show you the biggest strengths in this vehicle, like in the first game even, is we are loading HE, and do you see on the map? Well, we are missing a Stritzwagen. I don't know where he is at the moment. But first we are doing some drifty moves. We are in our rapid mode, which gives us up to 85 kilometers per hour speed. And yeah, you know what we are going for. We are going for the little guinea pigs, the little sky piggies. There we have it, using the advanced auto-aim sadly bounce. 90mm of HE penetration could be better, but it's okay. Little piggy though has not that much of luck whatsoever anymore, and we get the first piggy down, and you can see some people are already starting to shoot at us. Now, yeah, that's basically what you can do with this tank on mediocre to open fields. In the other batch already, the last piggy is getting spotted, and that's pretty dope because this gives us the Pascucci medal. And there we go. First shot we've received now is a wheeled hit, and look at this awesome super duper animation. Sorry, but they're just so stupid. And now we are going back out. We got 903 damage, E75 misses us, and we've got 2 kills. Plus we've got some much deserved revenge on those darn sky piggies. Doing a weird little turnaround, well, we basically just get back into the action and maybe can get some shots onto the Skoda or the Optic 430. Now we obviously have to watch out that we are not going to flip ourselves, and you can see the game is basically already quite won, to be fair. I am seeing an opportunity to flank some people as there is nothing left in their base. We already had a look at that. We are going to reload some HE or HESH shells, hash shells, because they have so good penetration. And look at that, poor little convoy, didn't saw it coming. We still have an hash shell loaded, but we are not going to penetrate any of the butts of those tanks. So I'm going for the trucks to probably get some assistant damage. And the E75 is like, wait, that's an enemy behind us. And yeah, we are still in the rapid mode. We're getting ramped, but I'm changing now in the mobility mode, and you can see we just turned this guy without a problem, and it looks like he gave up after trying so hard. And now the Type 4 Heavy, what can he do? He can just focus on one side, and finally he's not going to focus the one with WN8. Just kidding. And he's not focusing us whatsoever. So we are able to punch some DPM. The DPM numbers on this wheeled vehicle is not that impressive. 2,200 to be precise with the load that I have currently. Please bear in mind that this is still a 90% crew for gunner, loader, and driver. Or rather, gunner, driver, and radio operator. There we go. But anything else, the commander, which is also the loader, he is 100%. Because I wanted to get this fuel range, because this is one of the biggest problems with the tier 8 vehicle. Plus, if you have the big gun on the tier 8 vehicle, you are losing AP and you are losing HEAT. Which means tanks like the Stritzwagen are for us much easier to penetrate. But whoa, Raging, what are they doing? Seriously, those tanks still feel a little bit awkward to move around. Yet, well, right now we are driving backwards. So we just have to reorientate ourselves and see what we can do. Like help this fellow Stritzwagen and get some nice little shots into the side of the Skoda D50. So far, my first impression after now playing like 13 games in the EBR is this tank is surprisingly a lot of fun to play. There's nothing else to say about it. It's just a nice, fun tank. One thing I noticed though is that sometimes some people from some certain countries tend to have really good aim, and what I've heard from a fellow, which is knowing some of those guys, they might be using an illegal mod, which is actually auto-aiming and leading their shots. But other than that, this tank really feels cool. Like, it is a really good upgrade compared to the Lynx. The Lynx I've played a lot in Frontline and it's okay. It does its job, but there are basically just some things missing, and I have to say this tank feels so much better in random games than the tier 8 is. And I do think I'm looking forward to grind through this tank now. It's really a pleasure to play. One thing I've noticed though is that the accuracy on the move with this vehicle is pretty garbage if you are not using vertical stabilizer. I once more use Wentz optics and gun rammer. There we go. So there are a little bit of problems right there. There is my replay folder. You can see there I've played a lot of Normandy games, which is Frontline, and there is the Mannheim line game, which we just played 12 minutes afterwards after getting the tank and so on and so forth. But this is what we've got from the game. Obviously the most beautiful medal in the game, because it shows us, man, we've got those Skypicks. We got those little pesky Skypicks. Plus, guys, we also killed one of those Type 4 heavies. Ah, feels good. Anyways, 2,400 damage. Obviously, we didn't do the most damage, but we did most experience somehow, even though this guy did 3.7k damage, which is also pretty darn good. Shout out to him. But yeah, 2,400 damage, 5.37 kilometers driven, and 1.9k spotted. 17 shots, 15 hits, and 10 penetrations after all, and nothing sniped, really. He only received one hit into the wheels, which didn't do anything. And yeah, I do think this tank is very enjoyable to play. And yes, if you are asking, I honestly think that the Hotchkiss plays really similar to this tank, just that the Hotchkiss is way slower and has not such a flat profile. The Hotchkiss EBR, in that matter of fact. But the ELC even 90 feels, the EBR 90, excuse me, not the ELC even. The EBR 90 really feels like a great wheeled vehicle. I'm not going to look forward though to tier 10, because the tier 10 loses the 85 kilometers per hour for backward speed and gives it away for 70, which is a little bit sad, but I guess I can live with it. What are your first impressions with the EBR series, with the wheeled vehicles in the game? Let me know in the comment section below. I've heard from a lot of my German viewers at least that they really dislike those Mario Kart tanks. And to be honest, I totally understand them, because this tank shouldn't be driving faster than 50 kilometers on what's it called, on terrain. where on like paved ground on streets it goes around 60-70, if I'm not mistaken. I actually have to look that up here, but it's just a German site. Let's have a look where the speeds are for 4x4. Never mind, the EBR actually was able to drive up to 105 kilometers per hour forwards and backwards on streets. So I was wrong a little bit. I think I just looked at the AML recently, and the AML was the tank I was thinking about. Yes, there we go, 60 kilometers on streets and 55 kilometers in the terrains. So yeah, the EBR 90 definitely is a little hidden gem after 13 games. I really do enjoy it. I'm looking forward to play it more, and I might even keep it. But I'm also looking forward to the tier 10 tank, because then you finally get once more 450 meters of fuel range, which could be a huge plus. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all later. And don't forget, do you like my new logo? RagingRaptor, or RagingRaptor, I think it was. Yeah, RagingRaptor. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.